Hello. Would you like to know why men stop dating smart women? Well, I have the answer to that in this video, so stay tuned and watch this whole video. I hope you caught my first video last week in my new series about why men stop dating certain types of women or women who display certain behaviors in the excess. So this is the second one, and I want to talk about this because I've recently just seen this happen in real life. I recently was assigned a new client in my matchmaking role, and she knew that I had a long list of questions that I wanted to ask her. However, what she did for the first 15 minutes of our time together is that she launched into her resume, not as a matchable woman, but as a professional businesswoman. She told me about her 30-year career, all of her very impressive jobs and her accomplishments. And I could tell by the conversation that we were having that she was going to do this on the very first date that I sent her out on, because she was very much concerned that her resume was impressive. But listen, I'm here to tell you, in my over a decade of experience in talking to men and women, of matching men and women up for dates, of coaching women, I have learned that that is not something you want to lead with. Now look, if you're going to spend some time with someone and maybe even end up in a long-term relationship with them, of course, they want to know that you're smart as well as put together in all of the other ways that they're looking for. However, leading with your resume and your accomplishments to the point where you haven't stopped talking in 15 minutes, that is a huge mistake. It is not something that you need to lead with. Of course, when you're going on a date and you either don't know the person very well or you've just met the person, of course, it's natural to say, hey, what do you do for a living? And you can sum that up in 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. However, 15, 20, no, not until you've gotten to know other things about the person. Now, I know that this can be confusing about saying a date is a job interview or not. Now listen, a date is not a job interview in the same way that a job interview is a job interview for a paying job. We all understand that. Are you being evaluated? Oh, absolutely. Of course you're being evaluated on a date. And the first thing that they're going to evaluate is your physical presence. And so you know I'm a big fan of telling you, of course, get it together. Get yourself together. Make the best of what you have. Don't worry about it. There's always someone thinner and prettier. That's true for everyone. So it just doesn't matter. I don't want you to get caught up in that. I want you to make the best of what you have and your own assets, and then be confident about that. But after the initial impression, when you first see each other, and ladies, don't try to kid me. I know you're sizing him up. I know you're looking at his hair. I know you're looking at his arms. I know you're looking at what he's got on. I know that because I have a lot of experience in talking to women after they've gone on the dates that I have set them up on. So it's natural. It happens in the animal kingdom. So we can all just get past that. So you're past the initial physical, okay, this person's attractive. This person is someone that I might like to spend some time with. You can kill that vibe easily on a date by trying to prove how accomplished and smart you are. So I encourage you to understand the cadence of a conversation between a man and a woman, just to understand the cadence of a relationship, and you can't get it all in the first date. So of course, he's going to want to know what you do for a living. He's going to want to know what your interests are. So don't focus in on that one specific thing of how you earn a living. He's interested in your hobbies. He's interested in your travels. He's interested in you as a person and whether or not you have the values that he has or he is seeking. And so hopefully he has. Those are all way more interesting than your 30-year career that may or may not have been fascinating to you, So I encourage you not to lead with an extensive conversation about that. So yes, I will tell you, a man will stop dating you if he thinks that your sole purpose is to convince him of how smart you are. And there are even people who take this so far that their date ends up feeling like, wow, they were just trying to convince me how much smarter than even I am, that they are. So no, you don't want to do that on a date. Of course you're smart, of course you're capable, but you need to understand how to present that in a way that feels comfortable, feels warm, feels inviting to the person that you're getting to know. And you also don't want to get so wrapped up in proving that you're smart that you forget to ask your date any questions. Does this happen? Oh my gosh, yes, it happens. So I don't want this to happen to you. This may not apply to you, this video today, but if it does or doesn't, think about whether or not you know someone and you know they're making this mistake. You know it's all about intellect and an intellectual conversation instead of what I wrote about in my book, which is 4 types of intimacy that need to play well together. They need to mesh well. So I'll review that with you quickly. Of course, you want someone to have intellectual intimacy with, emotional intimacy with, physical intimacy, and spiritual intimacy. Those are all really important things for building an attraction that will lead to a long-term relationship or marriage. And so you don't want to get hyper-focused on the intellectual side of things and try to grill the person, or worse, ignore the person and spend your time trying to prove just what a fabulous career you have and how smart you are and all the things that you've done. That has its place, but in little tiny doses. So don't OD the person on just how smart you are, because you'll find it will not get you that second, third, fourth date. It just is not a good recipe. So I want you to be successful. I want anybody who is single and wants love, I want you to be super successful in love. So until next time, remember, it's a great day for love. Every day of the week is a great day for love. And stay tuned, because next week I'm going to talk about why men stop dating really confident women. You might have a lot of guesses about this. So that's good if you do, but hope to see you next week.